Hello, 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 and welcome to today's episode of Her Version. This podcast is dedicated to sharing stories of struggle and triumph, a platform that allows individuals to tell their truth in order to inspire and uplift others. For those of you that are new to this podcast and like content like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you follow, like, and share. I am your host, Sabrina Victoria. Let's jump right in. Hello, and thank you for joining us today on this episode of Her Version. This podcast is built on storytelling and the understanding that many times our greatest learning experiences come from listening to other people's stories. Today, I'm speaking with an amazing woman named Michelle Wax. Michelle is a dating coach that helps you build confidence to attract the one and create a great relationship that lasts. Michelle has been featured in Forbes, Business Insider, Well and Good, and Fast Company, and is a four-time entrepreneur that ties in mindset, science, and psychology into her Be the One method to attract your partner with more ease and more joy. She has interviewed hundreds of people across 50 states on how they create more joy and fulfillment in their own lives. And it all comes back to one thing: relationships, the relationships with others, and most importantly, with yourself. Michelle will be sharing her journey through her own life and how she came to love the industry she is in. Welcome, Michelle.
Yeah.
So we've been talking a lot about dating, obviously. I'd love, and I know I gave my intro and kind of gave a little spiel as to who you are, but can you tell us a little bit more about what you do, who you are, where people can find you? On your website right here.
Yes, my website's right here. So michellewax.com. My Instagram's Michelle Wax Dating. And yeah, so really what I do is I help people that are craving a relationship. They're ready to prioritize it. A lot of the times when people come to me, the rest of their life is pretty good, right? They have the great job, they have the friends, right? They have the home that they want, but they're really craving that relationship. It's like the last missing piece, quote unquote. And so I work with people one-on-one, and I also have a 75-day accelerator program that's called Be the One Accelerator. So that's where, if you're ready to go, we're actually starting later on in June. If you're ready to make this priority, it's a good thing to join in on. It's a group program, and you get support, not just from me, but also from other people that are in similar spots as you. And then I'm local to Boston, so I also do skip the first date events here, where people can connect, and I share prompt questions. So like deeper questions to get them connected on a deeper level. But yeah, more info's on the site and my Instagram.
Wait, tell me more about that last thing you just said.
So I am big into, as I can kind of maybe allude to that you are as well, like asking deeper questions, right? Or like getting below the surface level. And I think a lot of times with first dates or dating app conversations, they're very surface level, and quite frankly, they're very boring a lot of the times, right?
Yeah.
It's like, where do you live? What's your job? And so I wanted to create this event where people can come to it. And first of all, it's guided. So it's not really an awkward one-on-one speed dating. I don't like the term speed dating. I know it works for some people, but I wanted to create a more fun name. So I named it Skip the First Date. And each round, it's a small group. So you're not one-on-one. There's less pressure there. And I provide a prompt question, like, what's something that you've been really wanting to do for years and you haven't done it yet? And why haven't you done it? So things like that are like, what's your dream, right? What's your perfect day? So getting deeper below the surface there.
So men and women attend.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming they're single.
Yes.
And it's a group setting, like y'all sit in a circle, or do they sit in classroom style, or how are they sitting?
So we have it at a local brewery here. So it's called Skip the First Date for beer lovers. Going to probably expand that to other, areas as well. But yeah, so we have a couple different picnic tables in the brewery. And then I have people in small groups. So it's normally 4 people in your group. And then I rotate people, every 10 minutes or so. So they're able to meet everyone at the event.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. So I've been thinking about doing something down here as far as dating goes.
Ooh.
That's not my expertise, so please go to Michelle. If you're looking for data, it's not my expertise at all. But I work in the sobriety community, which is exactly opposite of what you just said.
Yeah.
But one of the issue is a sober person finding a sober person. Because that's heavy, you know, if you're dealing with any sort of substance abuse and you link up with somebody who you're really meshing with, but they drink or do extracurricular activities, drug wise. It's tough, you know, and even on the dating app, when I put no drink, I don't drink ever. I was still linking up with people, even though I say, you know, preferred non-drinker. They would say I'm not a drinker, only special occasions. But that's not the case because, like, first date in, they're drinking.
Yeah.
Not a special occasion. So, and it's a huge issue. And it's not a huge issue for me. I don't really have a problem with drinking, but so it wouldn't really matter to me. But it was just something that I preferred. Like, it's weird for the other person sometimes if I'm not drinking. It's weird for them. It's not so much weird for me. But so anyways, my fiance and I met on that dating app. He is actually in AA. He's done the whole thing. But one of the issues that we find is a lot of people in this sobriety community have trouble finding people.
Yeah.
So I was thinking just like a few months ago, I was like, we should do some sort of a speed dating thing at a Hilton or something, where people can meet and mingle.
Yeah. And I think it's such a great idea, because what I keep hearing is that people just want to get out there now, right? Like, they want to meet new people. That's what I keep hearing, is like, how do you meet people that's not on an app? So I think there's a huge need for it, and just like building that connection. How I brand it is that, you know, there might not be a romantic connection you make, but you're going to make at least a new friend, right?
Yeah.
And so and you never know who they know, whatever. So I feel like that's so awesome. And there's so many different groups that it really could be expanded out to, because people are going to connect with, different types of people.
So did you just go to that brewery and you're like, hey, can I reserve the back 4 picnic tables and hang out once a month? Or what did you?
Yeah. So they were very open to it. I've been doing it, once a month now. There's definitely demand. Last time I had 60 people on the wait list. So there's definitely a need for it. I can even imagine, like, so much so in the sober community as well. And they were pretty open to it. And then, like, some other places, they wanted, you know, they weren't as open to it, but I found a good spot for now. Yeah.
Yes. Wow, that is so cool. Very awesome. So anyone who's watching live, by the way, thank you for those of you that are watching live. We appreciate you being here, hanging out with us and listening to Michelle's journey. Michelle, if any of these people watching, obviously they're still hanging out with us for 36 minutes here, they're interested. Do they find you at your website to find your social media, or where can they link with you socially?
Yeah, so my website would be perfect, michellewax.com, and then that'll have the links to my Instagram or email if you want to reach out and connect more.
Beautiful. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah. So success. What does success mean to you?
I love this question. So for me, it means waking up and living the day as you want to live it. And it's like the simplest thing, right? But it's being able to wake up and have the freedom to do what you want to do and feel what you want to feel as well. I have this, I don't know if we can see it here. Behind me, this little board is my words to live by list. So it's the emotions you want to be experiencing daily. So it's things like, for me, it's like peace, joy, energy, excitement, and being able to experience those, you know, not every single day, but the majority of days. That's really what success is for me.
I like energy.
I'm huge.
That's big, you know?
People feel it. Yeah,
definitely. Or even just, there's people that are constantly tired all the time, tired. Every day they're just tired. I'm like, why are you so tired?
Yeah.
What is going
I know. Yeah. I'm pretty much the opposite. I mean, some days I'm tired, but I found that it depends a lot on what I'm eating. and like how I'm kind of like operating in the day. Because obviously if I'm eating poorly, it's going to affect my energy a lot more than if I'm eating, more healthy.
Definitely. So what's some advice, closing up here, what's some advice that you'd give to our females listening who are, and males, but who are struggling with finding a partner?
Yes. So I've been there before. It can be very draining and frustrating. Something I heard from one of my coaches actually, and I loved her perception on this, was that make sure that you're giving the appropriate amount of energy to the people that you're dating or potentially dating, to like really make sure that's balanced. So not giving too much energy on the dating apps, right? In a first date, if that person isn't matching it. So you don't get drained and frustrated. And then the second thing that I love this concept, and it's easier said than fully embodying, right? It takes the personal development and mindset work. But assuming that you're going to meet the love of your life in the next year. You don't know when, you don't know how, but you're definitely going to meet them. I'm getting like chills saying this, but you're definitely going to meet them. How would you operate in the world? How would you operate in your dating life, in your daily life, knowing that this is, because the uncertainty, the unknown can be very uncomfortable, right?
Yeah.
But if you shift into this is going to happen, right? You don't know when, you don't know how are you going to operate? If you can get into that belief and start to shift into that, day by day, it's really, really powerful. And, life is crazy, but we can't say for sure, but it is likely once you're in that state of believing it, that person will actually come into your life.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so fun. That's so fun. Very cool. And that's so true. Like I don't even need that shift, and I felt that shift. Like if you knew it was going to be happening within the year, how would you roam about? And you would. You totally roam about differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, what's going to happen is it's going to have a trickle effect, because anyone you do go on a date with or meet, right, they're going to feel that from you and they're going to be drawn to it. So
Yes.
yeah.
Because you're all vibing like you might be the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good. Very cool. Well, it was so awesome having you. I so appreciate you taking some time out of your day to hang out and share some of your journey. Any closing thoughts before we close up here?
So I do have a free workshop coming up next week, actually, June 7th. It's 3 days that anyone that wants to join, feel free to head to my site and you'll see it there. But that would be a good place to start if you're feeling frustrated, if you want to change your dating mindset, really attract in that person. I would love to have you join, see you on Zoom. Anyone from anywhere in the world can join.
Awesome. I love that. Would you feel comfortable placing that in our Facebook group?
Yeah, of course. Of course. Yeah, definitely.
I
I'll
would
share
love
it right
that.
after this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for those of you watching live, keep a notation of that popping up by the end of the day. Can you do it by the end of the
Yeah,
day?
I'll do it.
Cool.
Yeah, right after this.
For Michelle's free 3-day workshop.
Yes, starting next
Beautiful.
Tuesday.
Very cool. I love that. Thank you so much for giving that to us. I love it. All right. So, that's it. Thank you so much. I so appreciate those of you that are hanging out, watching us live. For those of you that catch us on the replay, make sure you hashtag replay so we know where you are watching us at, and we can send you some love. Again, this podcast is called Her Version, and this community is expanding every single day and is filled with females who are striving to do better than they did yesterday. For those of you that are new to this podcast and like content like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button, follow, like, and share. If you have an amazing story to share of struggle to triumph, make sure you reach out to me here or at herversion.life. I am your host, Sabrina Victoria, and I'm so grateful to be here sharing a platform that allows people to share their truth and inspire others. Do something awesome.